Hey everyone, if you enjoy my stories and want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you join the community. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos. The memory of that night still sends shivers down my spine. My little son, Alex, had been acting strange all evening, glitching like a malfunctioning robot. Finally, he leaned in and whispered, "Mom, you gotta be careful. Dad's not who you think he is." I brushed it off as kid stuff, but the hairs on the back of my neck stood on end. Later, when my husband Jack announced he'd be working late, I felt a jolt of unease. I decided to surprise him at the office, to clear the air. The city streets were deserted, the neon lights casting eerie shadows on the pavement. I arrived at the office building, a sleek glass tower that seemed to pierce the night sky. The lobby was empty, the security guard nowhere to be found. I took the elevator to the 23rd floor, the numbers ticking by like a countdown to a disaster. The doors opened to darkness, the only sound the hum of the fluorescent lights. I stepped out, my heels echoing off the walls. A chill ran down my spine as I saw Jack's briefcase on the floor, his phone discarded beside it. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and I heard a voice, low and menacing. "Welcome, Sarah." I spun around, but there was no one there. The voice seemed to come from all directions, wrapping around me like a noose. I tried to scream, but my voice was trapped in my throat. A figure emerged from the shadows, its face a twisted mask of Jack's features. I tried to run, but my legs were frozen in place. The voice whispered in my ear, "You should have listened to Alex." A hand covered my mouth, and everything went black. When I came to, I was in a dimly lit room, my hands and feet bound. Jack stood over me, his eyes cold and empty. "You were supposed to be part of the plan, Sarah," he spat. "But now, you're just a liability." I struggled to make sense of it all. What plan? What had Jack been hiding? The memories flooded back. The late nights, the secret meetings, the way he'd always been, one step ahead. I knew I had to escape. I twisted and turned, trying to loosen the ropes. Jack laughed, a cold, calculated sound. "You'll never make it out of here, Sarah." But I was determined. I remembered Alex's words, the way he'd tried to warn me. I thought of all the times I'd ignored my instincts, ignored the signs. Not this time. With a surge of adrenaline, I broke free and lunged at Jack. We fought, the room a blur of chaos. I managed to grab a shard of glass and plunged it into his arm. He howled, and I made a break for the door. I stumbled out into the night, the city streets a blur of lights and sounds. I ran, the fear driving me forward. I had to get to Alex, to protect him from the monster who'd been hiding in plain sight. As I reached the safety of a crowded street, I heard a voice behind me. "You'll never escape, Sarah." I spun around, but there was no one there. The voice was gone, but the terror lingered. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe my YouTube channel.